Good afternoon. On a Saturday afternoon right here at AUB, I would like to welcome you to the 5th workshop of the Medical Research Volunteer Program MRVP for the Spring 2022 semester. Today's workshop is entitled EndNote Program Hands-On Training and will be delivered by Dr. Ola El-Zein. I am very grateful to Dr. Ola for agreeing to give another workshop. So this is her second workshop during this current semester. Dr. Ola holds a PhD degree in cell and molecular biology from AUB. She is the director of the Saab Medical Library SML and is lecturer at AUB. Dr. Ola, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Doctor. It's my pleasure to be here with you. We're very sorry for the technical, as we said, but I hope this session will be as helpful as possible within 1 hour to cover as much as we can about EndNote. So to start with, I just want to say, I hope you will appreciate how much EndNote will be helpful and useful to you in your work, whether in a simple homework, starting from a simple assignment, to doing a seminar, writing your thesis hopefully later on, or in your courses. So this is really a great software, and any other software which we call not only a reference, it's not only used for referencing, but it's a citation management software. Citation management software, meaning that it helps you not only in collecting references, but also in managing your references. So as if it will become your own, you will see now, it will become your own library, your own mini computer, I try to call it, within your computer. Because you will be able to do anything, to read your articles, to check what you want to do, to get your PDFs, to save them, to put notes, as if you're working with a whole computer. I have some of you saying they had some technical issues. Please don't worry, just try to focus probably with your friends next to you and pass by any time so that we can help you at the library to download it for any technical issues. When you download EndNote, I hope you have all paid attention to the issue that you have to make sure everything else is closed. So your Word documents, your Microsoft Word, your Outlook, PowerPoint, everything, make sure it's closed so that EndNote tab will be embedded inside them, because the ultimate use after collecting your references and reading them and everything, it's that you're using these references to write something, right? So you wanna cite your literature review, your introduction, your article. You want to use these references and cite while you write in Word documents. So we need this tab to appear inside Word. We'll go through this, don't worry, but just a note at the beginning. Whenever you have EndNote installed on your computer, and you will go there and click on EndNote, and this will open for you, which is blank, right? Because you haven't created any library yet. Now we will start from creating your own library. So what you need to do is to go to File and say New. I'm creating a new library. You can work just in parallel with me, and if you have anything, please stop me. Make sure you save your library on the computer, on the desktop, on the downloads, not on the drive. Not on OneDrive, nothing which has to do with internet or cloud. Okay, make sure you save it. It's very important, or else you'll face a lot of troubles later on. So let's say we'll save it on the desktop. You give it a name. Let's say test. Okay, and you will see here it's .enl, and you say save. Now this will open, which is a new blank library. Before we start working, please go to where you saved it and make sure that it is saved in 2 forms, which I will try to find. So you should find endnote.enl and endnote.data. Test 1. Can you see it? No, I'm trying. It's here. So this is the .enl, and we should have another one which is the .data, test1.data. It's here. Okay? Both are needed. If we don't have both always, your library wouldn't work. Okay? So this is very important. Even you will see later on, if you want to share the library, let's say I asked you to do a homework and share the library with your doctor or whatever, or with your friend, you have to give both, or else one of them wouldn't work. Although you will notice we will be working with the .enl, but the .data is the background. In the background, it's very important to host your files. So now once we open it, we're back here. Okay? This is an empty library, which we don't have anything yet here. Okay? So, what can we do? Why do we need it? We said we need to collect references, right? Where do we get these references from? Databases. So databases are a source of references. Let's try one of these databases and see how I can export my references from the database to my EndNote library. Okay, let's go to one of the databases. You can go to university libraries or to SML website. You will find a lot of databases which we mentioned in our last workshop. Let's go for Medline, which we tried to practice last time. You do your search efficiently. Remember, we try to search for the controlled vocabulary. We do the search, we collect the articles, and then, okay, so here we are in Medline. We choose, as we said, the most comprehensive one. I'll do one of the concepts just for the sake of time. So let's say I will search for hypertension. Okay, you do the efficient search. You check the mesh, you check the tree, you decide whether you want it alone or everything below. Let's say we want everything. You continue, we will take all subheadings for this case, and we end up with the results. Okay, if we have another concept, let's say steroids, we do the same. Okay, we check for the scope, we check for the tree. Let's say I want to take it alone. Continue, and here are my two concepts. Now I want to combine them. How do I combine them? I want hypertension and steroids, right? Only both together, not any one of them. I don't care about one of them. So we ended with 246, yeah, out of these thousands, okay, because it's only ANDed. So now I want these 246, or I start reading them and deciding which ones I want to take to EndNote to write, okay? Let's say I see long-term continuous, okay, I want it. So you start ticking which ones you want. Let's say I want this one, I want this one. I chose 3 articles, just randomly, and now I want to move them to EndNote. Usually exporting results from databases to EndNote is either direct or indirect. Direct meaning when I directly export, the references will appear automatically in EndNote. Indirect, it means you will have to download the file and then we import the file. Are you all okay? Okay. So, how do I take them there? You search for a word, send, export, something like that. It differs from one database. Here, I have something called export, straight to the point. You click on it, and it tells you you have selected 3. Okay. Where am I exporting them? Go to the format. What do I choose? EndNote. In this case, I don't choose Reference Manager or something else. I have EndNote. If I don't have EndNote, I choose Citation Management or Reference Management. So I choose EndNote. It tells me, what do you want to export? You might say, I want only the citation. Let's say I want also the abstract. So you see, even the abstract, you can now read it there. You don't need to come back to Medline. So now I say I want the abstract as well. You see a .cgi file here, which is downloaded. If you open it, it will directly, it should in X9, directly open, where is EndNote? Okay. It will automatically export the references, okay? This is just an additional step because it's an older version, but in your case, you will automatically see them open in EndNote. You see, the 3 references are here. What can you do? You can play with this, okay? You can do like this so that you can read. Where are the references? You can also make this wider, okay? And if you tick one of them, all the information is automatically entered. You didn't need to do anything. So EndNote is smart, is that it will create everything here. It entered the authors, the year, the title, the abstract, the keywords. Every single information is automatically entered because they have a common language. Yeah, we can change it. The layout of these 3 fields, yeah. So here you can see them, they are taken automatically to imported references, okay? But I advise you always to work with the unfiled folder and always try to keep it empty so that you don't mix the different references together. So let's say you are working in a, yes. After the export, the .cgi file will be downloaded. Just double click on it because there is a direct language of export between EndNote and Medline. Okay? They will automatically appear here. Now the information is entered for each one. Why does it say? Does it say at your side author, year, title, journal, last updated, reference type? It might not be the same. Or in my case, let's say I want to put, masalan, I'm doing a systematic review, I want to put a decision, whether I want to include this or not. I want to put something else which I need. I want to put the name of the database and tell me these are from Medline or these are from PubMed. You can do that, okay? How? You go to Edit, Preferences, and Display Fields. You see it? These are the fields where you can play with them, up to 10 fields. So you can, let's say someone would say, I want to start with the author, then the title, then the year, then another one wants to have the first field showing the name of the database. You can play with them as you like. So in this case, 9 of them are chosen. You can still add 1 because one cell is still empty. So you have the option to add 1. I can say I want the pages, for example, whatever. So you can play with these. I can change the first one. You can put a heading here. It's up to you to display the layout as you like, up to 10 columns. If you want to add something you have above 10, you decrease one of them. You remove one of them. Okay? Now we say okay, and here we are. Okay? They added the pages, you see, automatically because I added the column pages. Okay. So now, as we said, they came automatically because these are now all references 3. All references is the total of references in all your library. But I want to organize, I will work, it's very advisable that you have only one library. Not every homework or every project create a new library. Always keep one library, but I will show you how to organize your references inside. So let's say today I'm working on hypertension. Tomorrow I have something about another project. Now we will organize them. So let's take these 3 references and put them in a group, which is the homework, which is now hypertension. How do I do that? You come here to My Groups, and you can create 2 things. One is called a group, and one is called a group set. Well, I will show you both. So let's say I want to create a group. It's either from here or from here. Always EndNote and do 2-3 ways to do the same thing, whatever you like, okay? Whatever you're comfortable. So I want to say I create a group. I can call it, let's say, hypertension. Okay? طيب, how do I move these 3 references to my hypertension? Because I want to know that these are for hypertension. I want to collect other references for something else. Come to Unfiled. Click on one of the references, then select all of them, and simply drag, move into with the mouse. Okay? Did it work?
I have a question.
Yes.
So you have library, then group set, then group.
Yes. Okay. So let's say, when do I use a group set? Let's say I'm working on a project about hypertension, but I want to say hypertension مثلا systematic review, and below it I want to differentiate between the references that I got from Medline versus those from PubMed versus those from Embase. So I can create groups. All these groups are within one group set. Okay, so now I can say Medline. Okay, what do I get? I get these three. We're working on the same. You see, the unfiled has to go back to 0. So always it's your references, it's your reference that you are working correctly. You emptied the ones which are related, because if you go to imported and all references, it adds up all the references. So instead of going here, if I get new references, they will be mixed. So there's no need for you to go and check. Always go to the unfiled. It's really much easier for you to sort out. So if I want the same references, we're taking the same, again, I move all of them. Let's get another 3, 5, whatever from PubMed. Did you double click on it? It's not working. Sometimes it will need the first time configuration to say this is EndNote. Okay? But it's yeah, like I did. So you have to tell it, and please take these files to EndNote. In the X9, usually it doesn't ask for that. So, it happens, but definitely they will go. It's a direct export. Yes, you wanted to ask? Oh, sorry. I saw your hand raised. Okay, so let's go to PubMed and see. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we're here. Let's choose PubMed. Again, PubMed is a smart database which has mesh as a controlled vocabulary, and you can go and do the same search. Okay? One note, I know we're not doing a search lecture, but just a note for PubMed, I know we said it's free, highly used. If you see now the main page that opens in PubMed, we don't have an option to say mesh like we did in Medline to order it to work smartly. So, yeah. Okay, so you have in PubMed to understand how it works so that you make use of the smartness of PubMed. If you see the main page, it's just an empty box, you see? There's nothing called mesh here to say I want you to work as mesh. If you write here hypertension, unfortunately, PubMed needs 2 hours to talk about it alone, but just briefly for you to pay attention. If you say hypertension here, did it search it as a keyword? Oh, sorry, I'm trying my best to see from a different angle. Okay, so did it search it as a keyword or as a mesh? What do you think? How did you know? But it might be a mesh. بالمش كمان it is there. You never trust PubMed. Okay. It's bad to say that.
This is on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Always trust PubMed, but pay attention how to trust it. So you have to go to advanced. We'll do a montage. So go to advanced to understand what PubMed did, because there's, it functions differently. So if you go to advanced, it's going. You see search details. And you open it, you see here? Okay? How did it search it? Now you tell me. Now you have the answer. What? Hypertense, all fields, keyword. Or hypertension mesh, or hypertension, all fields, both. Both. So these 500,000 something are not really a smart search. But if you didn't know to come to advanced and do that, you would say all of them are relevant. But remember, keyword is not. So a lot of them will be only mentioning hypertension, and you'll spend a lot of time doing that. Okay? If you do it only with the mesh, the result would differ a lot. These are the smart ones. You see, 300. So عندكم almost half which are not really smart. هلا, there are a lot of a plus إنه even if it searches both, a lot of times it takes it wrong. يعني I will give you just one thing. مثلا let's say search for brain CT. Brain CT, huh? The image. What did I get? 5 results. Do you think there are 5 results in the literature talking about brain CT? So that's how PubMed works. I will not say don't trust. So, okay, it has its own way of thinking. So in this case, okay, it understands brain CT as someone. His first name is, his last name is Brain, and his initials are CT. Okay, so always come to advanced. كمان sometimes it takes the mesh. هلا it happens in hypertension was correct. Sometimes it maps you to a wrong mesh. So always come to advanced. I'll stop talking about PubMed. Okay, so let's say I want these 5 results. Oh, we don't want these. We want the ones about hypertension. Whatever. I want my results to take to export them back to our lecture to EndNote. Huh? So I will choose some of these. By the way, you have the option, not only, let's say in systematic reviews, we don't choose because we need to export everything from all databases, deduplicate. So if you want to export everything, you can do that. In Medline, you say all, okay? You go and click here all, but you have a limit of exporting 2,000 at a time. So if they are less than 2,000 in one click, you can just take them. 2,000 in one click, as we just did, okay? بس أنا لأنه الإنترنت is really fast, I'm trying to select a smaller number. If they are more than 2,000, what do? It's very easy. You go here, you put 1 till 2,000 in one click, then 2001 till 4,000, and that's it. مش إنه you select every. هلا in PubMed, okay, you can also select the ones that you want, and you can also export all. In PubMed, you have a max of 10,000 at a time. It's higher. So up to 10,000 in one click. Just as I will do. What do I click? Do I have export? Send to. Send to means export. Okay, send to. Where am I sending it? Do I have EndNote? No, but I have Citation Manager. You see, you will manage on your own. So it asked me, do you really want these selected for? I say yes, create the file. Again, a .nbib file will be downloaded. There is a direct export language between them, so same as Medline. You double click it, you see now it understood them. Only the first time I told her, always take them. Now they are 7, the total. Imported are 4, unfiled are 4. Okay? You can check the details of all of them. All the details, here, all the details are here. Okay, so I wanna move these to the hypertension group. What do? Control A, add them here. If I have a PubMed 1 here, the same, you create a new group. Okay, and so on with other databases. Let's say Google Scholar. Do you wanna practice it? Yes, sure. Yeah. Yes. Yes. But no, the others are really good. There are also a reference management softwares, and they are free, which is good. But they don't have, you will see now, the advanced features of EndNote. That's why we buy EndNote. Okay, so this is a bought version. That's why only AUB users are allowed to use it. And now we are working with the desktop version of EndNote. And by the end of this lecture, you will see there are 2 versions. One is desktop, and we don't need any internet. You can work with this. We need internet to export, but not to work with the library itself. You don't need any internet. So that's why it's very good. The other online version is a free one, but it doesn't have all the features. I'll show you how you can access it, create an account, and why do you need it in addition to your desktop one. Okay? طيب, let's go to Google Scholar, do the same search. Google doesn't have a mesh, doesn't have a controlled vocab. You will do a keyword search. I got the results. How can I export them to EndNote? Site, there is site. Okay, so we go here and you say site, EndNote. Okay? A .enw will be downloaded file. Also, it's a direct language. You open you double click on it, and it will open in your EndNote library. You see? It's here. You can take it and put it here. But this is for one at a time. You can see. I can imagine. You see? You have to do each one alone. Okay. Another thing, even for one at a time, just to make it easier, and we always search for efficient ways to save time. So instead of saying site, then choosing EndNote, you can come here, okay, and choose settings, go here, and say I want EndNote. Do I repeat? Okay. So we go back here, settings, okay, bibliography manager, tell Google Scholar I want my bibliography manager to be EndNote automatically, and save the option. Look what will happen. What happened? It added the option import into EndNote. دغري. So you see, I just click on it. خلاص. Instead of saying site. Just easier. But what if I have multiple ones? Do I have to do like each one alone? أكيد لا. There's a way. What's the way? Okay. That's why we're here. Okay, what's the way? The way to do multiple at a time and to make use of that, you have to use your Gmail account. You have to have a Gmail account so that, hala, we're not logged in. You don't, okay, I will not open it. But once you are logged in to your Gmail, you will have something called My Library option. Can I open? My Library? Okay.
But not my Gmail.
No. I need the library. You need to log in to your Gmail, and I will need the My Library option. Okay? What do I do in this My Library? I go and say, okay, I want this one. You do like this. Okay? This is. You choose which ones you want. Okay? All of these, when they are saved, you can go to the second page, to the sixth page, to whatever, and choose. Okay? You are choosing all what you want. It's not that fast مثل ما طلعنا قبلا, بس إنه at least not to do each one alone. Okay, now I go to my library. Here are my results. You see all of them. So now I would say export all to EndNote. But pay attention. Okay. But just pay attention one thing. إنه هيدي your library in Gmail. هيدي يعني they will stay there forever, huh? That's why if you do this search مثلا today, and after 1 month I come and I'm searching about obesity, the results will be mixed. So you can arrange them into folders حتى ما by يعني هيك unconsciously you say export all and you take everything in the history of your library. So just pay attention. Yes? Yes, a lot of times we use Google Scholar لأنه we need it as a gray literature, not for the, in systematic reviews you will hopefully learn and we need the bibliographic databases. Google Scholar we consider it gray, something which might not be published, we might capture it. What we do instead of, sometimes some of them prefer that they do the screening on Google Scholar instead of doing save for all of them, taking them. You only you screen here, and the ones that you want, you save them in the library and take.
But is there a range? Can we write like in top range? There's not.
No, they're not numbered, not. Yeah, so that's all we can do. Okay. Clear? طيب, so these were examples of 3 databases. We can go forever doing databases في سينالو, and everyone has its own way. Some of them are not direct, so it's okay. يعني إذا ما لقيتوا شيء export directly, but we will not have the time to cover all databases. For now, I think you will okay, and you will be hopefully mostly using Medline or PubMed or Google Scholar or that. But let's say yes. Yeah, that's what I will do. Exactly, that's what I will do. That's one. Exactly.
You know, to show them the power of.
Exactly, of EndNote. But before going to use these references in a Word document, just one thing. Let's say you have your articles already saved on your computer. يعني أنتوا you didn't know إنه you can come to the هيدا أو already let's say your friend sent you a couple of articles references as PDF and she told you these are nice for your for hypertension homework. Okay, there's no need to go back to PubMed and search for them and do the same what we did. You can also manage with that. What do? You go here, File. Now I'm not exporting, right? I'm importing the reference into EndNote. So what do you say? Import. You can either import one PDF, a file, or a folder. That's what's nice. A folder. يعني في يكونوا all the PDFs about this topic in one folder, you choose it. So you can choose the file from here. You go here, what's very important, you choose it to PDF. يعني دايما you have to make sure the language. EndNote understands the language. بدك تقول له هيدي PDF. هنيك بدنا نقول له لا هيدا EndNote. Okay, so it's always important. You can say import all and no translation. Okay, هلا can we choose PDF? Okay, because I'm using your huh? Do you have any article or something? Any PDF? Is this one?
Well, actually, you can go to that.
I can? Okay, this is a PDF. So here it is. Okay, import. Okay, here we go. You see what's very nice حط هو لحاله the authors, the year, the title, كل الانفورميشن.
And the PDF file of the paper.
And the PDF file of the paper, exactly. Oh, sorry. هون you can see I'm not able. Here. لا فيهم يشوفوه للPDF هون. So you see the PDF is here. For the others that we got from Medline and EndNote, no, we have the abstract. But EndNote can also help you get the PDFs without you go and search for them. So now the PDF is there. But let's say I want the PDF of these also to be added. I wanna, and shift to how it becomes really your computer. You don't go outside of EndNote. You do everything here. You go and read from here. So let's say بدي أقول له أنا find the full text of these. What you can do, you can say right click and find full text. Okay? It will start searching for it. You can do this for multiples. But now we're asking it for one just for the sake.
Does it find the text that is on the key article, or does EndNote recognize that we will be a member, so when it contacts the library?
Great question. بتعمل contact, no? Yes. So it's very important. Since you are AUB, EndNote إذا بس هلا بقول له search, it will search the free, يعني whatever is available. But there's a way to tell EndNote. Remember how we told Google قبل and show us. There's a way to tell EndNote لما نحط ال authenticate. You can contact me. I can give you links, 2 links for the library. So automatically EndNote will search the libraries. Okay, you don't even need to go outside of EndNote to search for the in AUB. So you get the free and the subscribe.
There is another thing you can do. If you click on it, you can go there and upload it if you have it on your desktop.
Exactly, yes. That's how you can do. If you have it on your desktop, exactly, that's what Dr. Kafarani is saying, you can go there and upload it. Okay? So many ways. Either already you have it, you can import it, or you can ask EndNote to help. Okay, so but everything will be here, yani your PDF. And what's also very nice, You can open this PDF. Sorry, I'm not choosing. Where is the one we got with PDF? So it's here. I will take it here. Now, you see the clip attach symbol saying that the PDF is there. Once you have all of them, they will all be tagged with that. Now this PDF, okay, what you can do, you can open it, okay? You can open it and you can highlight it, you can put a sticky note, you can strike through, as if you're working with a paper. So you see, even it's environmental friendly. You don't need to print it. You really can do everything. You can go and choose the options of highlighting, of, oh no, it opens differently here. Let me just open it. Okay. Okay, this is the EndNote version of it. You see here, you have the options to add a sticky note. You can write here, مثلا, check with the PI. Okay, keep a note and wallah, I want to check with the PI. Okay, you can do a highlighting, you can do underline, you can strike through, and you save them. You save the comments. So خلاص هلا once, let's say I highlighted, okay, I can close and say yes, save. You see, the changes appear. هلا let's go. I wanna write my article about my homework about it. So you go here, you open your Word document. Yeah, where is it?
Doesn't matter, just open on your file.
New. أنا إيش؟ ها؟ Sorry. It's outside the screen. Okay. So here we go. Huh? What do you have to search for? The first thing, what? The tab. Why? That's why I told you it needs to be closed so that it's the tab is embedded. If you don't have this tab, يعني they don't recognize each other. في كمان بPowerPoint في كنت عامله هيك بس we will not go there يعني more advanced. بس إنه make sure the tab is there. Why we need the tab? لأنه كل الfunctions you will need them from this tab. Okay, so let's say now I started writing my whatever articles and I need to add the references. How can I add the references? Two ways. Okay, let's try both of them. Let's say here I want to go and get the reference. The first way, you can go here to the tab, say insert citation, okay, and let's say أنا بعرف مثلا it has the word mentor, okay, or the author name, anything about the reference itself. You search for it, you choose it, let's say it's this, and you say insert. What happened? Exactly, simultaneously. Imagine, in-text citation and bibliography at the end, both simultaneously. How do you choose? Exactly. So did all of you had it as numbers?
I will put more.
Exactly. So you can go here, okay, and this is the list of styles.
But you can increase it, right?
Exactly. You can even not only increase it, yani almost all the journals are found here. Exactly. Why you didn't give it? But even in X20 or X9 or heck, there's an option that you can create your own style. So if there's a specific style that you wanna do, بتحط الauthor, whatever, you can create it. So what do you do is that either you select as a whole the ones that you're using frequently, or you say select another style and you choose. Almost all journals are there. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You can go and you can sometimes edit the style مثلا to have it the most. أو هن already هلا هيدا الX7. In X20 there are hundreds which are already added يعني هن they update them from one version to another. So that's why هلا in X9 في أكتر من هلا ال X7 X20 is more.
And or some journals that they will put their style and then you can import it and put it there.
Exactly.
It's not there.
Exactly. But almost يعني all the known ones are already embedded. EndNote itself, as I said, X20, they keep updating their styles. لأنه new journals come up, okay, new styles. So they keep doing that. So let's say I'm publishing in chemistry, hypertension in chemistry, بس إنه. So you see how it changed. هلا, if for a reason you didn't have both of them together. I'm not sure if it happened with any of you. Yani you tried to do that, but the citation was added in text, but not at the end. Don't worry. Go here and put instant formatting on. Yani instant formatting, okay? Both of them. If it's off, change it to on, they will work, both of them simultaneously. The other way, let's say I want to add a new reference space. What do? You go to EndNote, to the library itself, and you choose it. Okay, let's say I want Elliot et al. And I want according to Vancouver style. Okay, and you say cite. Cite. لا في the one here. No. Oh, no. There's one which is site. Okay, in X9 you will find it as quotations. Okay, so directly that's what I was saying. Quotations هي هاي. Okay, so you directly see it over here. هلا. And so on. Whatever way, both of them are correct. Huh? You either come to insert, you choose it, or you go to EndNote and you directly choose it. What else? Sometimes some of this, let's say أنا by mistake I added this. يعني it's a mistake ومش هيدا هو. What can I do? I want to delete it. Don't use the word functions. يعني delete the backspace وهودي. You have always to stay working in this tab for any function. Because that's the language of connection or else you will mess things up. بتبطل فيه هيدا لأنه هولي in the background هو how it is detecting them في a certain يعني AI how they are able بصيروا uncoded or coded. I will not get you into that. بس هن you can remove this translation language or not. To keep it coded, you have to go here and say edit and manage citation. You can edit it. You can manage it, you can delete it. Always from here, don't use the regular ones. So let's say I want to edit it, you can change something in it. I want to remove it, totally, it's wrong. مش بس it disappeared in both, in text simultaneously. شو كمان عمل? It corrected the numbers. مش إنه I'm remembering my PhD نطلع وننزل عن page go to page 200 وشيك والreference وغير الرقم. Okay, so you don't need to do anything. هو لحاله it knows.
And give the same reference a couple of times.
Don't remind me. Okay, so it automatically recognized the one before this appeared, so this should be number one. And if there were others, كمان دغري يعني 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's how you can do it.
References in one for each one.
Okay.
So that you see you're choosing the same reference up
Yeah,
and down,
yeah, the same is.
and then start playing, moving them around and let them see what's happening.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
change them.
Okay, so
But
let's
they need to
see how much
They
time.
need to see the outcome.
Eh,
To see the outcome so that they appreciate it.
exactly. I think they're starting to appreciate, no? You should. Okay, so let's say we will add a couple of references at the same time. Let's say we want to add this. Okay. We want to add a couple of them. Oh, I added them together. Okay. Let's see, I want to use, did I use this one? The same one? Okay, no, this is number 4. I'll use again number 1 يلي كان حتى قيامة whatever. Okay, you see I used it again. It's the same number, 1 above and 1 below. Okay?
Can you change the title of the style, please?
Yes.
Change it to
أحسن two numbers أو
لا
شو بدأ فانكوفر؟
go general advantage.
Okay.
You'll see it.
Okay.
You see, take the space. Remove the space between 1 and 1 and 2.
هون هون لحنه هن أنا مش عم بقشر. That's the problem. عن جد؟ لا بس إنه it mixes up. ما عم بقشر. Back. Okay. طيب.
Put more references.
Okay.
Select. Go at the last one.
You can add multiple at the same time, by the way.
See, because we're leaving space, that's 5 and 2. Do you see that?
إيه هون. بس هون they're correct.
Yes.
3, 4.
So no space.
Okay. So you can add more. أنا لأنه رقبتي. I'm not seeing properly, that's why. You see مثلا 3, 4, 5, it says 3, 2, 5 dash. It removed the 4 لأنه 3, 2, 5. And also لو كانوا at the same time you want مثلا this and this and this, you can add them at the same time. مش ضروري every one alone. Okay, نحن we started with 1 لأنه you don't know. بس إنه you can add like 5 هيدي الreference, 5 authors say it, 5 references. You can choose couple of them even if they're not next to each other. What did you want to do?
Insert these.
Okay.
Remove the 2. This one, what did you do?
Yeah. هون في شيء والله أنا إيش
So,
هيدي شو هيدي it's a point. Okay.
you want to put on the 14.
It's okay.
No space.
لا حطيت سبيس بعد الوورد.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So,
What do you want me to do?
you want to tell them that it's working and you decided to remove that sentence from here to keep it.
Okay, the sentence.
So
Okay.
you need to talk about it before you do that.
Okay, okay. بس لا أعرف شو. Okay. So we want to show you, like, we added all your references and you decided that you want to say this thing in the introduction, no more in the results section. I'll probably add it, yani keep it in the results and also add it to the introduction. Or change its place. Can you decided all this paragraph to move it to the introduction. Nothing will go wrong. It will correct, it will manage and correct itself. The order, the references, everything. So
Ask them to look at what's happening.
exactly. So you can move this one. يلي هي which number? 9. Okay, you are seeing better.
Maybe if you like to zoom in more into the
إيه أنا. Okay, خلاص. You are helping me. So let's say we are moving them, okay, to the introduction section. What happened?
Everything is updated.
The 9 changed to 1. The 9 changed to 1. You see, كله automatically. Did you see it? We will try another example.
This time. Show them that we change this time.
Yes.
Understand?
Okay, let's choose this one. Hopefully it's different. You see?
One click.
So it's really amazing. يعني you can take حتى هلا كل هيدي document. Probably you're done, you submit it to a journal, and you want to which we face a lot. We want to submit it to another journal which has a totally different style.
Exactly.
You don't need to go yourself change numbers to El-Zein, et al, or to comma, even everything, the year. You can even يعني edit or anything. One click, you just do everything, and you click here whatever style you want to see. Okay? Yes. There is no? Yes, you can select from others, as we said. Select another style, and we said X9 had much more than these also. Okay, and if one is not there, you can create it. Yes? بتكون عم تعمل uncoding، بتصير هيك curly brackets with the numbers. ايه ما هو لانه the coding is lost. That's why I'm saying pay attention for the coding. بصير انتم ما بتشوفوها بس in the background هيك شكله الريفرنس بالنون كودد فورمات بتصير اسمها unformatted citation. هودي formatted لانه they are coded. The uncoded هن unformatted بس I didn't want to get into these technical details. بصير in the background الريفرنس هو منه هودي as we are seeing it. كل reference له رقم. So بيخلص الريفرنس بحط لك هاشتاج 3 يعني هو بالنسبه له هيدا هو 3 هونيك بس هو ما عم بيفرجيك انه هو هيك عم يشتغل بس in the background it is. Yes ايه بس انا لانه اوكي وينه ما عندك شيء اوكي لا بدكم تفرجيهم unformatted بس I think رح يضيعوا that's why. Okay. So, okay, we can see you can edit here. مثلا let's say أنا بدي زيد الpage numbers عليه للreference. So you can have the reference هيدا. You see هون كيف مبين unformatted. ليكوا الهاشتاجز. These are the unformatted versions. بس بالformatted coded بيعطيكم what? The final one. whether كل هيدا بيحولوا لنمبر ولا لauthor comma or whatever. بس you can even add to it يعني لو هيك الستايل بس انتم بدكم تحددوا انه page 5 of this article said this مش انه all the article. You can change edit here. You can format مثلا display. You want to exclude the author. You want to exclude the author and the year. You want to exclude the year. Okay, and you say okay. Let's try it. إذا بدكم هيدا. Okay. So you can do any change. هلا what you can do also هون you can go convert to unformatted. راح. شفتوا كيف؟ هون بطلوا formatted وبطلوا coded. شو خسرنا؟ الcoding يعني خسرنا the one which is below. Sorry. Okay. طيب we'll go. Let's say you want to play with the bibliography. Okay. هون how does it work? Okay. Sometimes you can even update the reference. يعني ما عندكم all the information in the reference, how it took it from the database. You can come here and say update the citation. So it adds all the information which were not added. Okay? What also? هون what you can do, let's say أنا بدي هون زيد كلمة bibliography to show that this is the bibliography, the list of references. Don't come here and do it. قلنا كل شيء within EndNote. What do? You come here, you click this square, you see it? هيك with an arrow. Okay, now you can play with it. You can say بدنا layout مثلا نغيره to Corbel, for example. The size I want to change to 16. The title of the bibliography I want to name it مثلا bibliography. You see? Oh, طلعت. Okay. Okay. You can do any changes. بتكون هون indented, single space, one line after the other. So all the changes you can do. شفتوا شو صار؟ تغير الفونت، تغير الستايل، اوكي، السايز، and it added the word. ليكوا كيف gray لأنه we have done it from EndNote, not the regular one. You can also let's say you want only to do a bibliography list. يعني you are asked مثلا I gave you a homework إنه عملتوا هيدا الhomework. I want to see the references that you use. just ask for the references. You want to submit, sometimes even journals might ask you to submit the list of references. ما بدنا in text plus يعني تبين within the word. What can you do? You can select the references. Okay, these are the references that you used, and you can go. Oops. You can go to file, edit, copy formatted, and you can go to a Word document. Let's say this is a new one. How can I create a new one? Okay, and you see? You only need a list of references, a bibliography. You don't need the in-text, the wording. I only need the references from you. It's doable. Also through EndNote. Sorry. Okay. What else you can? There are two ways you can do it. Even Kamena, you can import it. If you don't want to do copy formatted, you can go to EndNote and you can say file importing. You are importing it, and you can choose how to do that. You are exporting it. Yeah, what I will do. Let's say you're done and you want to share your library. Okay, I want the library as is to send it to me, to open it, to see what did you work. How can you do that?
Because it could be smaller than your big library.
Exactly. This is sharing part of the library. So you can share your whole library. Let's say I only have the hypertension project, I share the library. But let's say I have several projects, because I advised you to have one library and several groups. You can share even one of the groups. Okay, what can you do? You can go here and say file, okay? You can create a compressed version. And it asks you, what do you want to do? Are you creating just a compressed version? Do you want to create it and email it? Because the compressed version can be emailed. It's smaller in size. The regular version, it's big in size. It cannot. But constantly we transfer a OneDrive. Okay? وكمان it asks you, do you want the PDFs, the file attachment? And this gives it a bigger size. Well, I don't want to show the PDFs. Do you want all references, يعني كل test one library, or you want the selected ones أو a specific group? في يقول له بدي بس hypertension. You see how nice? So you're not obliged to share all your references with someone else. I want to share only this group with you. So it's very private, yani you only share this, and you say next. Now this is your compressed .enlx. For the .enl, let's say حسميها أنا X, whatever, you save it also. You will notice the compressed version don't have .data. That's why it's smaller in size. Yani there's no need. Sorry. There's no need to have .enl and .data لأنه .enlx replaces both. بس إذا بتعملوا save a copy, okay, the copy you have to have both .enl and .data. يعني إذا بدكم to give it on a USB and you give me only the .enl, it wouldn't work on my site. أو WeTransfer and you send only the .enl, okay, it doesn't work. بس بالcompressed. هلا this is a way for sharing and for working. يعني let's say we are working together on the same project, we can share the library and work. But this is I call it like a static sharing. لأنه it's static. يعني whatever he does will stay with him, whatever I do will stay with me until we merge them together. You can merge. Okay, you can get his references and I can import them into mine لنعمل one library بالآخر. We are working as a group. But let's say we want to work simultaneously. يعني نحن we're working on the same project and I want to see what he's doing. He wants to see what I'm doing. She wants to see. We are a group. Okay, you need the online version of EndNote, which I told you about. Online في two. إذا بدكم حتى الأونلاين there are like two. Clarivate gives. One, which is for those who don't have the desktop. It's a very basic, simple one. For those like us who pay for the desktop, we have like even a premium, let's say, version of EndNote Online. How can you access it? So as a Mancun, you're not EUB, you don't have the desktop one, you can still go and have EndNote Online, EndNote Web, and you go to Google, you put EndNote Web, you create an account, and that's it. FIA, managing, collecting references, it doesn't have find full text, masalan. It doesn't have the same size. It doesn't gather a lot of the information. But for us, how can you access the version that we have? You go back to databases. You go to Web of Science, لأنه it's Clarivate, the same publisher for them. Yes. So you go to Web of Science. If you have already an account in Web of Science, you can use the same for EndNote Web. You don't need to create a new one. Okay? I'm not sure I know mine. So Web of Science, once it opens, you will see here one of the products is EndNote Web. Why it's also important لو عندي desktop. Desktop is better, as we said, find full text وكل هالoptions. But let's say you come to EUB, you're working, but you come to EUB without your laptop and you want to continue your work. You have the online, okay? But you need to sync. No, you do online separate and desktop. So you need to go to your here and to sync between both. Okay, when you sync here, it will ask you which account are you syncing with. You give the email address and password of your web account. Now they are synced. So whatever you're doing on the desktop will appear on the online. When you come to EUB, let's say your laptop crashed or whatever, you can still have the backup with you. So I advise you to go and do it. Yes?
Synchronization of the citations that we selected?
No, of all the library.
All the library?
Yes, you sync the library. Okay, so let's see if it opened. Once you have Web of Science, did it open? It will take some time for internet. It's very easy. You create an account with your either EUB address, it's better, or you can have another one with your other email address. Once you are there, you see, you go here and EndNote. Okay? This is the web version. Once you enter, you will see the same. I know for the sake of time, but I wanted to point out for EndNote Web. Go and create an account. If you sync, everything will appear here. And there's no need to hold your laptop all the time. If you change, let's say, university, whatever, you will have your data backed up with you. You see register, since you don't have. أو إذا Web of Science عندكم account already for Web of Science, the same can be used. لأنه هن the same publisher. Okay. In this case, whenever you work, whenever you have this EndNote Web, you will be able to do, as we said, simultaneous sharing. Okay? So when you have it, there should be a button here where you share. I have to find it. I'm not sure إذا بالX7 it was. But it's not apparently in X7. In X9 you have. What does it say? No. You will have a share button in the X9 where you will put the email. Okay, and I want to share this library. Come in, library or group. I'm the owner and I'm working with you on hypertension project. I can put his email address and put invite. يصلوا invitation. I'm inviting you to work on my library. He accepts. Let's say he forgot, you can send a reminder. And no, okay. Once he accepts, we will both be working simultaneously. So if let's say he edits a reference, بيوصلكم فوق كيف بفيسبوك notification بلال edited a reference into whoever deleted, whoever, okay? So he will have, you can give him the privilege, by the way, for the invitee either to just view or to view and add. If you trust like he's not gonna mess up, he's working simultaneously, so you decide. What?
Can
Yes.
we share a certain group
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You decide when you share with him and what I want to give him. I don't want him to see all my library, only the hypertension project. So I decide only the hypertension. And you see the feedback. You can have a lot, يعني هلا they do like thousands of users who can work simultaneously. I know he wants me to stop. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. This is not everything about EndNote, but I hope you at least appreciate how helpful and time efficient EndNote is. Please feel free to contact me if you need anything.
Let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you see,
you.
we faced technical problems at the beginning, but we did not let it stop us, so we had to come up with this system. And
Yeah.
Fortunately, it worked. The next MRVP workshop, the 6th MRVP workshop, which will be on Monday, March 28th, Basic Statistics in Medicine. Dr. Kenny Kamil is currently in Canada, and he is not coming back on that day. So what we are going to do is the next workshop is going to be via WebEx. And since we have all your email addresses, so I will be sending an invitation to everybody, of course, whoever can make it. And it's going to be on WebEx, okay? Only the 6th workshop. The other thing is Zain Al-Jalil will be hosting on March 24th Dr. Nada Nabulsi for a speech bubble. And that will be on Wednesday, March 24th at 6:30 p.m. Thursday, March 24th. And the title of her talk is From Medicine to History, My Journey. So she got her MD in medicine, and now she changed into history. It's going to be a very interesting talk. It's going to be here on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. With that, you have a great weekend, and thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend.